The current bird flu crisis, while centered on avian populations, carries unsettling echoes of the recent COVID-19 pandemic. Both situations have been characterized by a climate of fear, potentially fueled to advance specific agendas. Dr. Clayton Baker, a prominent voice in the discussion surrounding the bird flu, argues that this atmosphere of anxiety is being exploited for both control and profit. This echoes the concerns raised by many during the COVID-19 pandemic, where misinformation and manipulation often overshadowed evidence-based approaches. The parallels between the two health crises extend beyond the realm of public perception. Both situations highlight the vulnerabilities of globalized systems. Just as international travel and interconnected supply chains accelerated the spread of COVID-19, the poultry industry's global reach has facilitated the rapid transmission of bird flu. The economic ramifications of both events further underscore their similarities. COVID-19 led to widespread job losses and economic instability. Similarly, the current bird flu outbreak is disrupting the poultry industry, leading to rising egg prices and potential food security concerns. The response to both crises has also exposed the complexities of balancing public health with economic interests. Lockdowns and restrictions aimed at curbing COVID-19 came at a significant economic cost. Similarly, the mass culling of poultry, while deemed necessary to contain the bird flu, raises ethical questions and has substantial economic consequences for farmers. The H5N1 virus, the culprit behind the current bird flu outbreak, has been the subject of intense scrutiny and scientific inquiry. Debate surrounds its origins, with some experts pointing to natural evolution in bird populations, while others raise concerns about the possibility of a lab leak. Adding to the controversy is the history of gain-of-function research conducted on the H5N1 virus. Gain-of-function research, involving the genetic manipulation of viruses to enhance their transmissibility or virulence, has been a topic of intense ethical debate. Proponents argue that such research is crucial for understanding and preparing for potential pandemics. They contend that by studying how viruses could potentially become more dangerous, scientists can develop more effective vaccines and treatments. However, critics argue that gain-of-function research carries inherent risks. They fear that accidental release of a modified, highly contagious virus from a laboratory could spark a devastating pandemic. The potential consequences of such an event, they argue, outweigh the potential benefits of this type of research. Dr. Baker has been particularly vocal in his criticism of gain-of-function research on the H5N1 virus. He points to specific laboratories, including the USDA's Southeast Poultry Research Laboratory in Athens, Georgia, and the University of Wisconsin's Veterinary School, led by Yoshihiro Kawaoka, as being involved in such research. Dr. Baker further alleges that this research has received funding from prominent organizations, including the NIH and the Gates Foundation. The debate surrounding the origins of the H5N1 virus and the role of gain-of-function research is likely to continue. Transparency, rigorous safety protocols, and open dialogue within the scientific community are crucial for addressing public concerns and ensuring responsible conduct of research involving potentially dangerous pathogens. While the H5N1 virus primarily affects birds, the current outbreak has raised concerns about its potential to jump the species barrier and infect humans. The virus has already been detected in several mammalian species, including foxes, minks, and sea lions, raising alarm bells about its adaptability and potential to evolve into a greater threat to human health. The reported human cases of H5N1 infection in North America, while still relatively low, have heightened anxieties. The fatality in Louisiana, a stark reminder of the virus's potential lethality, underscores the need for vigilance and proactive measures to prevent further spread. The mass culling of poultry, a strategy implemented to curb the spread of the virus, has sparked debate. While authorities argue that culling infected and potentially exposed birds is necessary to prevent the virus from becoming endemic and potentially mutating into a more transmissible form, the practice has drawn criticism from animal welfare advocates. The economic impact of the bird flu outbreak is also being felt globally. The culling of millions of birds, coupled with disruptions in the poultry industry, has led to a surge in egg prices. This price hike is particularly concerning for low-income communities who rely on eggs as an affordable source of protein. The bird flu outbreak has exposed the complex interplay between financial interests, government policies, and public health. Dr. Baker argues that taxpayer money is being used to compensate farmers for losses incurred due to the outbreak. While this measure is intended to provide financial relief to those affected, Dr. Baker contends that it creates a perverse incentive. He believes that such compensation could discourage farmers from implementing preventative measures, as they are assured of financial assistance in case of an outbreak. Similarly, Dr. Baker criticizes the Biden administration's allocation of $590 million to Moderna for the development of an mRNA-based flu vaccine. He questions the necessity of such a large investment, particularly given the uncertainties surrounding the efficacy and long-term safety of mRNA vaccines. In contrast to these approaches, Dr. Baker advocates for what he calls common-sense solutions. He proposes focusing on isolating sick birds rather than mass culling to prevent the spread of the virus. He also emphasizes the importance of supporting local farmers and promoting sustainable farming practices to enhance biosecurity and reduce the risk of outbreaks. The bird flu crisis highlights the need for transparency, accountability, and a critical examination of existing policies. Open dialogue between scientists, policymakers, and the public is crucial for fostering trust and ensuring that responses to public health emergencies are effective, equitable, and grounded in scientific evidence.